Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, you need to check yourself, because I'm only talking about bad women that do bad things to good guys. And I teach the good guys how to spot the bad women.
Nigga, what?
Men also, if you hear me say something about the men, do not take it personal, because I'm only speaking in general. But can both of you do me a favor? Go ahead and hit the notifications button right now. All right, today I'm going to be reacting to the viral video on FreshandFit with Tommy Sotomayor gets into it with a young lady on the show. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about before we get to this reaction is that in this video, Tommy allowed a woman to actually take his energy. All right, and you can see it. He was good at debating. He was good at standing his ground, even though she provoked him. But when it's all said and done, what she did is what I call energy snatching. And I've warned you guys, when it comes to women, you have to learn to be silent. The more you talk, the more they can actually spot your weaknesses, and they would know where to trigger you to get underneath your skin. This is a mechanism that she uses with other women, which is why when women come across a masculine guy, they don't recognize the same mechanism. So it's hard for them to conquer. But when it comes to another woman, she could actually spot her weaknesses real fast, which is why a lot of women, when they beef with other women, it's worse. Those fights are greedier and they're dirtier whenever you see women and women go at it with each other. Once a woman is able to pull you down into feminine energy, you as a man, you forget how masculine and tough you appear to the outside, and you start to lash out, not realizing like, hey, you're still a man. It's gonna come across differently. That's what I noticed in this video before we get to it. So I just want you guys to be fully aware. You cannot allow women to steal your energy. Let's get to it.
Simply put,
I understand.
I will tell you this because
do.
I still follow him on Instagram. He makes fun of everyone.
No, he don't.
He does. He does.
don't.
Now,
all right, what you guys didn't understand is earlier before this, I'm only at the minute mark, but before this interview, what she was saying is she unsubscribed from Tommy because she did not like the way that he talked about women, because she thought he was only talking about black women. So what Tommy did was show his post to show that, hey, I talk about all the women, which is what you're seeing Myron do now. Myron's defending Tommy by saying, listen, I know this guy, I'm on his Instagram, and it's just not black women. He's doing it to all. But she's trying to make the argument look like he's always belittling black women, and that's not the case.
I mean, I guess you can try to make an argument that he disproportionately insults women more, makes jokes on them more, but he makes fun of everyone. If you don't like content, just don't watch it, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And I unfollowed. That's why I don't watch it. But I always wanted to question him that. He texts my phone and asks me and check up on me. But I don't reply because I simply don't respect him more, because it's just the fact that what he posts on the gram and isn't me for, and you do all this to try to play women like they just...
All right, what she's saying is Tommy be texting her because she's on OnlyFans and she wanted to go on OnlyFans, and he be checking on her to make sure she's all right. And what she's saying is, well, why are you worried about if I'm all right on the gram when you're always posting this stuff about black women? In my opinion, what she's doing is she's finding something just to create an argument and just to debate and trying to put him on blast. She is fully aware. If I spark an argument with Tommy right now and I have all of these people watching me on TV, I'm probably going to go viral tomorrow. That's what she's doing. And you're going to slowly but shortly in this video watch how she just pulls his feminine energy out, how she finds a way to creep inside of his mind and keep playing with him, because she's going to keep him talking. This is why I tell you guys, your power with women is always in silence.
Period. Think about it. Listen to what she
If you
said.
care, you wouldn't downplay it.
Okay, but
if you care, you wouldn't downplay it.
And that girl made a lot of sense when that girl says he's trying to better your image though, but she still don't get what Tommy was trying to do. It's all critique, but you got to understand, people don't like hearing the negative sides of themselves.
So, Shay, simply put, he makes his content. You might not like how he disproportionately makes fun of black women, but yeah, you have the right to do that. I mean,
facts.
Yeah, so it's just a little, like, they just don't watch it.
I don't. That's why I unfollowed 2 weeks ago.
This is another thing where I don't understand about people in the comments sometimes. People in the comments are always running their mouth, and it's like, all right, if you don't like the video, then just don't like the video. There's no point in you sending a big paragraph in the comments explaining what you don't like, or sending me an email what you don't like. You have to simply move on. That's just how things go.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, but I didn't know he would be here to ask him that question today.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
She wanted clarity. All right. Well,
no, she doesn't.
I think that
she wants to be able to control the person. Because
I don't want to control
clarity,
it. I just
if I wanted to know why a girl didn't want to date me, if she says it, that's the answer. To argue with this girl as she states it. You don't tell well what you should do. No, you shouldn't.
Tommy, funny.
You get an answer to a question.
You know what I would not even get it into that
you
subject.
got an answer to a
Clue me to him
and your friend
and my friend.
And
so what you
she's not understanding, like, you're not getting props for that. She's trying to make herself feel special. Like, all right, he's putting black women down, but he's also trying to fly me and my girl out to his house. When Tommy's trying to say, listen, I do this with all women, you're trying to single it out. Like, I just don't like black women, but then I'm going behind the back and I'm praising black women, is what she's trying to say. But in this situation, I told y'all, if you've been watching so far, she's slowly but surely dragging his energy out. Look how she changed her life. He's trying to get with a girl like me. He's trying to be that. So now this is how she's going to slide inside of his mind by placing herself on a pedestal in his life.
Your friend, why the hell are you sitting here doing this?
And you
Why are you doing this?
What's she doing? Niggas was trying to act like niggas was trying to act right now in front of a camera.
How am I
Let's be honest.
See, the thing is, Tommy's been standing his ground the whole time. He's been standing his ground. She's actually been digging this out. You got to realize, she's making it look like he's been doing something wrong the whole time. You got to realize that's what women do. It's called reverse psychology, and this is how they get underneath your skin and drag that energy out of you. That's why silence is powerful with women.
Nigga,
how am I trying to act?
We need the race.
How am I trying to act? How am I trying to act? This is why I'm stupid.
It's the truth.
You're
it's
acting
the truth.
stupid.
I'm not acting stupid.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Y'all
not.
hear what
Why
you
you getting so
This
mad?
is stupid. Because you're being dumb. You're being ignorant.
I'm not being ignorant. It's
She's acting like that's a big deal now. It's not a big deal. In the world we live in now, this is not a big deal at all for a man to pay for it and fly it out, especially when you're a celebrity.
Flew to my house. You said you wanted to fuck. This is stupid.
I didn't
tell people you said it did.
No, I did
Was
not.
the pussy good?
You told me that we were going on a podcast for your show on
Wait. This is fucking dumb.
I got all the receipts in my.
These are stupid arguments. Like, this is why a lot of guys, when they gain success, they leave the community and they go with a more settled woman because nobody has time to argue back and forth about nothing. This conversation is really going nowhere. But what I want you guys to pay attention to, she's just repeating the same thing. And the more she repeats the same thing, the angrier and angrier he becomes. Silence. Remember that.
With you.
Niggas pay me. Do you hear me?
This drunk and acting stupid.
I'm not drunk. I'm dead ass not drunk.
Y'all got it. Women bragging about guys paying them for what? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. The concept of how they make money and what's power and whatnot is just ridiculous.
That weed too tight and you need a different kind of glue.
God knows I'm not drunk right
Chris,
now.
Dumb bitch. Just up here just being ignorant for no reason.
No. He not finna play me on
Who's playing you, stupid bitch?
No, bitch.
Woo! Right there, at that moment, that's an energy snatcher. That's an energy snatcher right there. She just snatched all of his energy and did a transformation. You see how quickly he went from calm to outrage, and watch how she slides back. And at the end, you'll see how it all works.
You fucking stupid.
Nobody's playing your cat too fast. I'm the real nigga. I'm the real nigga.
Woo! Woo! All right, guys. You saw the process, but I want you to go see the entire interview because Tommy Sotomayor did a great job on the interview holding his ground. The only thing is she came out and snatched his energy. You have to understand that feminine energy inside of a man is the worst energy that you can have as a man. It will destroy you. This is Anthony Spade. Go watch the full video. Big shout outs to Fresh and Fit, and big shout outs to Tommy Sotomayor. Hasta la vista.